India has rejected any link between the India-Pakistan ceasefire understanding on trade ties with the United States. This is American President Donald Trump once again reiterated his administration had helped broker the ceasefire between India and Pakistan. Speaking in Riyadh, Donald Trump again said that his administration had asked both India and Pakistan to trade goods instead of nuclear missiles. The statement comes even as India's Ministry of External Affairs has clarified that there had been no reference to trade during talks between Indian and US officials over de-escalating the situation last week.
Time and wording of the understanding was worked out between the DGMOs of the two countries at their phone call on 10th May 2025, commencing at 15:35 hours. Early on 10th morning, we had mounted an extremely effective attack on key Pakistani Air Force bases. That was the reason they were now willing to stop firing and military action. Let me be clear, it was the force of Indian arms that compelled Pakistan to stop its firing. As regards conversations with other nations, the message from India was clear and consistent.
Just days ago, my administration successfully brokered a historic ceasefire to stop the escalating violence between India and Pakistan. And I used trade to a large extent to do it. I said, fellas, come on, let's make a deal. Let's do some trading. Let's not trade nuclear missiles. Let's trade the things that you make so beautifully. And they both have very powerful leaders, very strong leaders, good leaders, smart leaders. And it all stopped. Hopefully it'll remain that way.
Now, President Trump had earlier said that the US intervention had prevented, quote-unquote, a bad nuclear war between India and Pakistan.
On Saturday, my administration helped broker a full and immediate ceasefire, I think a permanent one, between India and Pakistan, ending a dangerous conflict of two nations with lots of nuclear weapons.
On the 9th of May, the American Vice President J.D. Vance dialed the Indian Prime Minister, and the Indian Prime Minister said that India will give a strong response to the Pahalgam terror attack. Just a few hours later, Pakistan targeted 26 locations in India, including military and civilian targets. India hit back, striking Pakistani bases. This prompted the Pakistani Army Chief Asim Munir to speak to the American Secretary of State Marco Rubio. Rubio then dialed India's External Affairs Minister S. Jaishankar that afternoon, and Pakistan's High Commission reached out for a call with the Indian DGMO at 3:35 p.m. on the 10th of May. The Indian and the Pakistani DGMO spoke and then agreed to pause their military actions, and this came into effect at about 5 p.m. At 5:25 p.m., the American president announced the India-Pakistan ceasefire just before India officially announced the pause. For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.